Oz Industries Forecasting presents Beyond the Future, a new podcast.
Hi, I'm Kellie, co-founder of Oz Industries Forecasting, and today I'm here with Stuart, our CEO and founder, and we're going to talk a little bit about Oz Industries Forecasting. This is an introduction to our podcast, Beyond the Future. So what better way to start it off by starting at the beginning? So, Stuart, can you tell us a little bit about Oz Industries Forecasting and its conception?
Sure. So the idea behind Oz Industries Forecasting was born behind the frustration and limitations of current computer modelling, which is restricted to 1 to 2 weeks to identify major weather features, ahead of the present time. And with that frustration of that short window of knowing, I've invented a new system which can identify the same events, 3 to 6 months ahead of time, and potentially infinitely further ahead of time than that. And that's currently where we're at with our product.
And so we're obviously not just talking about cyclones, we're not just talking about flooding, we are talking about frost, we're talking about bushfires, basically any severe weather.
Yeah.
So let's go back and have a chat about how you currently do your forecasting. So people might find it strange to believe that you are doing these forecasts with a pen and paper.
That's right, yeah. So I do have access to some computer data. However, the forecasts themselves are compiled by hand without any computer modelling, and that's the evidence of that is in how I present my work. It's literally through a hand-drawn map used with paint on the computer, where I compile all my data and piece it together and produce the forecast. And it's generally one forecast for one event, unlike current forecasts, which you'll get change every 4 to 6 hours. I'll give you one forecast 6 months ahead of time, and that's generally fixed.
So we're long-range forecasting instead of nowcasting.
Correct, 100%, yeah. Vast difference.
Yep. So basically, what is in the pipeline for Oz Industries in the developments? With what can we tell our followers?
So we do have developments going on in the background. We've been working on this project for several years now, and it's been in the last 1 to 3 years where we've really begun to refine the product down to where we're getting regular landfalling cyclone locations and general date ranges, major weather features such as the March floods, Cyclone Alfred, and Cat 5 Zelia that hit the west coast of Western Australia, sorry. And we're not limited to Australia as well. We have been forecasting major hurricanes for the Americas and other oceanic regions for several years now. So with that in mind, we will be moving towards some sort of app-type feature that can be utilised by subscribers and people with a weather interest.
Yeah, that's great. So I guess the biggest question we get asked by our followers or people who are just new to Oz Industries, apart from how do you do it, which we're never going to tell you, is can you predict rainfall at my house, in my location, and what day it will happen?
Well, I can tell you what day the rain can occur or the major weather feature can occur and the geographical location. I cannot tell you at what time rain will fall in your left side paddock of your house, and particularly what measurement of rainfall that is, how many millimetres. Currently, that's all but impossible outside the scope of nowcasting, which is limited to 1 to 3 days. Our focus is to identify the major features and the potential that they contain rather than specifics on the ground at any moment in time.
Well, I am an actual example of this, what we hear all the time, and I can give you something that happened to me recently. So we always hear on our website people commenting, they say, well, it didn't rain here. And I'm like, how does that happen? And then I reversed out my driveway the other day and it was raining at my house. And then I drove 3 houses up and it wasn't raining anymore. And so I can feel you out there.
Yeah.
feeling.
The weather is quite a vast experience, but it does end at some location, and unfortunately, it's misunderstood in that aspect where clouds do have a boundary where the rain starts and stops.
Okay, so you've heard about our conception. We've talked about what we're currently doing. We've talked about how far this forecasting business has come, and the new developments in the pipeline. So Beyond the Future, our new podcast, is part of this development, part of keeping our followers informed of what's happening. So stay tuned. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, and follow us if you want to hear more, and keep up to date with the latest developments. Thanks. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks.